especially if you're still getting food. We are about to get started very soon here in the next couple of minutes. But yeah, just so y'all know, a quick little overview about this event. We will be going over mostly the referendum questions. So you will need that sample ballot that you got at sign-in. It'll help to follow the presentation. Miss Jewel, you ready? Miss Jewel. Checking. Okay. Introduce yourself, then you're gonna hand over to me, Ma, and Chai to introduce yourselves, and then you'll bring to the check-in person.
So don't do the check-in right now.
Don't do the check-in right now. And in fact, everybody's gonna do.
Hello. Hey, Lisa's daughter.
And then yeah, have everyone go around and say their name.
Okay.
What's Lisa's daughter's name again?
I don't know.
Isn't it Coburnet?
Lisa Coburnet, sign your name. Sign in.
Miss Coburnet, can you sign in for me, please? Okay.
Jeanette. Miss Coburnet. Hey, that's her name?
I'll tell you one thing. Just because it's on my birth certificate, don't mean that's a big problem.
What we call you?
She's not even allowed to copy that unless I'm in trouble. I know that's why I turned around like I did so.
What you want us to call you, baby?
Like CC, like everybody
Oh,
else.
CC.
How dare you? Now my feelings is hurt.
Huh? That's what? I don't know what that is. Just eat. Oh, X her, baby. What's going on?
I didn't get to tell my members that we were combining.
Okay.
So when you start talking, just let them know that we are combining.
Okay. Who is them? I only see one.
Actually, Tippy. She's
Oh,
here
Tippy,
for
the baby
childcare.
share. Okay.
CC. She's in Sister Circle.
Okay, welcome everybody. Welcome. And introductions is going to be going on. So please make sure everybody is signed in. So everybody down here has already signed in. Okay, please sign in, sign your name. And it's this not on my board, but please wash your hands before you eat and cover the food back up after you get your servings. That's just me. Oh, you won't even let me eat. I do that anyway. Hi, Latoya. Anyway, feel free to grab some food as you get settled in. And we also have a check. My name. Clap one time if you can hear me. Clap two times if I want you to be quiet. Y'all have to excuse my language, but that's how I talk. Mark ain't here. No, so anyway, you said do a check-in question now or later? Okay, so we gonna do a quick introduction. Miss CC, this our group. We gonna ask you to have a seat. Okay, anyway. Okay, we live. Okay, we live. Anyway, we gonna introduce ourselves. My name is Miss Jewel, and my pronouns are she, her, hers, and I'm a queen. So we gonna go around and have everybody introduce themselves. Right now, we having what we call dinner and discussion. We're gonna be going over the ballot. Okay, anyway. We gonna introduce ourselves. When she look at me, that means I'm going off. Looking at you. I'm going off there. But so we got Sister Circle down here in the training with us today. So welcome, Sister Circle, and welcome all our friends and neighbors from the community. Again, my name is Miss Jewel, and my pronouns are she, hers, and her.
My name is Janae. My pronouns are also she, her, and hers. I'm one of the community power buildings here. And I'll pass it over to Ma.
We gonna go right here.
Ma Yang is also here tonight. She is also one of our community power builders, and I'll pass it. Yeah, but sorry. My name is Pop. One of the CBP team leads here.
My name is Jazzy. Nice to meet everyone. My pronouns are she, her, and hers.
Miss Jewel, please stop.
The next person.
There's pens right here.
Oh,
Yeah,
excuse me, miss.
yeah, same pronouns. Everybody, my name is Davida. My pronouns are she, her. I apologize, I'm about to leave, so I go see an apartment, but it was nice seeing everybody. I did early vote, so yes, enjoy y'all evening. See everybody.
The video that stopped me and she going to see her apartment.
I hope I get it organized. I will go on my door, please.
We got it, we got it.
Thank you. Bye, Luann.
That's the video song.
Now pass it on to the next person.
How you doing? I'm gonna have you say your name. Say y'all name, speak up a little louder.
Miss Beverly.
Uh-huh. Cause y'all give me recording.
36.
I
bet y'all heard that.
36, 24, 36, okay? All right, see y'all.
Okay.
Good luck with that house.
Sorry to interrupt. I just want to make a quick announcement for everyone in the room. Can everyone clap once if you can hear me? All right, thank you. We are live during this event, so if we could keep that extra conversation a little bit lower so that we can hear some of our speakers as they're introducing themselves, and so that our folks on live can also hear the presentation as well. Go ahead, Ms. Gail.
Ladies, my name is Gail. I'm one of your older sisters. I'm a queen. I know most of y'all that's here. I enjoy y'all and thanks for inviting me.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Prashunda. I go by her. I'm glad I came here today too, because I didn't know what was going on. She don't tell me everything. But I'm happy to be here and see everybody again.
I'm gonna send it to the back of the room. Sorry.
Young lady. Next introduction, come on, baby girl.
Welcome. So, everyone, I'm trying.
All right. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for coming. Oh, I'm sorry. Please go ahead. Thank you, Miss Lisa. All right. So next, we're going to move on to our check-in question. We're going to take about 3 responses just to save on some time. But the question is, if you had a chance to keep your community safe, what would it look like and what would you do?
Okay.
I'm going to repeat it one more time. We're going to take 3 responses or a select few of responses to save on time. But the check-in question is, if you had a chance to keep your community safe, what would that look like and what would you do?
Raise hand if you want to be one of the 3 that speak.
Or just, start talking, please. Go ahead.
I'll have security, cameras everywhere to keep everybody safe and keep, whoever's supposed to be not over there, out of there. Yes.
Okay. And your name is who?
Rashonda.
That's Miss Prashunda.
I saw your name, Miss Gail. Or I saw your hand maybe, or maybe it was Miss Beverly.
I had a chance to keep my community safe. I'm making a big old yellow sign where all the kids can be out there and we can enjoy them all.
I know that's right.
Okay.
And have them come behind yourself.
Miss Beverly?
Okay, Miss Beverly, I would have some guards out there because I live by a basketball court and kids be out there at 3:00 in the morning. You know their mama don't know that they out there. And then when I call and they come, well, I just told him to go home. I said, you should have went with him and talked to his mother. You know what I'm saying? And every night I had to holler out that window about the, when it's real quiet, you can hear everything, Yeah.
We gonna buy you a security outfit.
All right.
Okay, that was three. Anybody?
Anybody else want to share?
Anybody else want to share what it looked like for safety? This event has a lot to do with safety also. So it's about safety. You want to share, Miss?
All right, cool. So now we're about to get into the meat and potatoes of this event. But before we do that, I have to go over. So I got to go over a few of the legalities around this event. So it's not a normal dinner and discussion. This event is in collaboration with an organization called M4BL, otherwise known as Movement for Black Lives. And this is a statement from them. So our organization, including M4BL, are registered as a 501c3 entities and have organized this space to serve as a political education on relevant issues impacting Black and Southeast Asian communities. Our organization have not endorsed a candidate in the election. This event is not to convince voters to support one candidate or campaign. Our goal is to provide a space that fosters political education and debate in hopes of building stronger communities that engage in the electoral process. This event is not coordinated with any campaign or committee. Does anyone have any questions around that? Cool. And then a little bit more about who M4BL is. Under the fundamental idea that we can achieve more together, that we can separately, M4BL is a dynamic ecosystem and coalition that was formed in December of 2014 for Black organizations nationwide to debate and develop shared strategy of what political interventions are necessary to achieve key policy, cultural, and political wins following the murders of people like Trayvon Martin and Mike Brown in the uprisings that followed.
Anybody have any questions? You can stop and ask questions at any time. Stop or ask a question.
All right.
Did y'all hear what she just explained about M4BL? Yeah.
And then lastly, on our announcements docket, we have some upcoming events to round out our Get Out to Vote Week of Action. For our sister organization, our 501c4 team, Freedom Action Now, we have a paint and sip on Thursday coming up, October 17th, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. here at the office. And then we will have another early voting opportunity here at the office next week, Tuesday, from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. We will have a space during this event
I'm sorry, yeah, I'm gonna bring the mic over here so that we can hear you online. What was that?
I voted today and I was very puzzled with that question.
So Miss Beverly said she voted today and she was really puzzled with that question. Like it was a trick
It
question.
was a trick
Yeah,
question.
I agree with you. I was confused by that question also.
What question?
On the ballot, on the sample ballot, do you have a sample ballot? I can, okay, we can get you a,
It's in the purple thing.
in here. Yeah, the question number one that Janae talked about. The question about, allowing folks to, vote. And they want to change one word in there. Right now it says every, and they want to change it to only. Mhm, mhm. Do you see it? So turn. Those are the candidates still. It's gonna be this question right here. Mhm.
That's the one where they try to make it where only men can have a women's voice.
No, that's the
this
one.
is the one that says instead of every.
Question that's gonna be on your ballot this year. If you live in the city of Madison, it states, under state law, the increase in the levy of the city of Madison for the tax to be imposed for the next fiscal year, 2025, is limited to 2.97%, which results in a levy of $296,149,162. Shall the city of Madison be allowed to exceed this limit and increase the levy for the next fiscal year 2025 for the purpose of funding police, fire, garbage collection, parks, and library operations and other city services and operations by a total of 7.4%, which results in a levy of $318,149,462.
It's very misleading for them to include funding for all of those things, because I might want to fund the library and park and I don't want to fund the police. So they know what they're doing by like just lumping all in there and saying the purpose of the increase is to fund all of it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like I said, mine was more of a comment than a question. I feel like, for one, parks are supposed to be free. You know what I'm saying? I mean, why should you have to pay to go to the park?
Mhm.
You know, that's supposed to be a free activity for you to do with your kids. Why should I have to pay to take my kids to the park? And for two, I'm not giving the police no more money. Let them do what? Shoot some more black. Okay, shoot some more black folks. You know what I'm saying? You gonna buy some more bullets. You know what I'm saying? Then you also say your microphone, it ain't charged. Your body cam, you forgot. You know what I'm saying? Or it ain't charged. You know what I'm saying? But we giving you the money to everybody raises their debt, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you didn't beat a nigga up? All right, here goes $25,000.
Yeah. I mean, everything that you all are saying is like very true, right? They're lumping everything together. And for those of us who actually don't follow the city budget or don't show up to the city hearings, we can't share any of this with them, right? We need to know about this budget process so we can show up and share with them before they lump everything here, or we could look into it. So what I'm going to share with you all is what the current budget looks like and what the breakdown of what this currently looks like right now in 2024, right? So this is what it's looking like. So right now, the light blue one on this side over here, the light blue one is what is budgeted in there for the police right now. And the police makes up about, I want to say, about 22% of the city of Madison budget currently. And in 2024, they're being funded $91 million. So if you look at that blue line compared to the other two, and I just picked, there's a lot of other departments I can pick for you, but the other two, community development, where they're giving money to organizations like Freedom Inc., where they're giving organizations to organizations like Black Women Wellness, right? Other organizations, community development, look at how much that difference is. And the library, even the library. So this is what we're looking like. So in 2025, if the tax levy is passed, this is what the increase is going to look like, and this is what they're proposing in the budget for 2025.
Which is crazy because, like, you know what I'm saying, the library, that's a very, very important, you know what I'm saying, part of the community. That like I was saying about the park, you know what I'm saying? That's something you can take somewhere, you can take your children to you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or with pen and paper, so kids ain't even learning how to write no more. They can exactly, you know what I'm saying? They can text and all this other stuff more than they can write their own name.
That's so important. Why we're talking about like public safety today, right? What are other safe places? The parks, the libraries. But look, so they're saying right now that if the budget, if this referendum is not passed, these are the cuts they want to make. So from the police department, they're saying if the referendum is not passed, they're going to cut the police department by only $300,000. If this referendum does not pass, community development, which gets the least money out of all of them, they're going to cut by $500,000. The libraries, they're going to cut the library by like $300,000. So just so you all can see, that's what they're proposing. If everything passes, the blue is what the budget is going to look like this year, and that's in comparison. I mean, in 2025, that's in comparison to the light blue of what it is right now at this moment. This is what they're going to cut if the referendum is not passed.
That's crazy.
So I just wanted to make sure I was breaking down what the budget's looking like for you all, so you can see.
So
what
basically, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't.
Yeah. I think by lumping it all together, then they can get a lot of us. But I think this is why it's important for us, regardless which way you vote, moving forward, we gotta follow the budget process. We gotta follow it so that we can, these factors, so this should be down here, well, this is up here, right?
Exactly.
Any other questions or reactions to this referendum question before we go to the next one?
No.
No, okay. So we'll move on to the next one. Oh, wait, well, let me give you a moment. Go on your ballot and make, how would you vote on that referendum question for the city of Madison? Will you allow taxpayers to pay more taxes so that they can meet their budget?
No.
No.
nó nói về Luann Madison nó New York Shane gì cũng muốn gì tôi Madison đó sẽ có bắt được cho nữa.
Anybody else need more time, Kat?
If you look at it, where they put police, fire, they put garbage collector,
You know, a lot
park,
of
library,
they can fall under that.
library operations, and other city services, which, like I said, you know what I'm saying? Police and fire are the first ones that they put on here. You know what I'm saying? Like the other ones don't. Yeah, but I'm saying that's the first ones they put on there. Like the other stuff don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, and these was, yeah, like an afterthought.
By a show of hands, how many people have seen the Madison City budget before? Like, actually seen their budget? Or maybe been to a city council meeting? Show of hands, let's keep them up real quick. You see how inaccessible these meetings are?
Yeah.
A lot of the times they're scheduled, people gotta work, they got kids that they need to pick up from school, say. Yep, most of the time you do have to register in advance, at least at Pittsburgh. I don't know if this was gonna be a referendum question, but they were trying to put an initiative together that you have to live in that city or that district in order to speak at that city council meeting. So a lot of the times they're trying to restrict the ways in which you are able to get your voice out there, hold these elected officials accountable, or even just get more insight into what the money is supposed to go to.
Yeah, I was just gonna offer, the budget is available on the cityofmadison.com, and I've been looking at it for my own reporting, and it is broken down by the specific areas. So like safety does include police, fire, public health. They're all branched in there, but you do kind of have to navigate the website a little bit to go and see every individual budget, see their proposals, and see what they need it for. And I'll just give you an example, something I've been working on. You do have to dig into those documents, so it'll say, in an interview I had, we have 5 people on staff and we have 2 positions that have been vacant. One of the reasons why we're proposing these cuts, for example, just using a generic example, is they'll kind of tell you in some of those other documents, we haven't been able to fulfill this records request position, and we have to cut it because we just don't have the money. So some of those things are in there. You do have to do a little bit of digging, but I just wanted to offer that they are available.
And anybody who wants access to it, I do have it downloaded. I can send that to you. It is a 400 and something page document.
Oh my God.
And so this is also the other part about like why we want to break it down, and there's a lot. So I only took 3 things from that budget to show you. But it is a 400 and something page document. And I can share that with you all to read it.
These last 2 referendum questions are going to talk about the MMSD operational and district facilities budgets. And then I just want to reiterate, if you live in Sun Prairie or if you live in Pittsburgh, these questions in particular will look different for you. So keep that in mind as we're talking about this question if you live in a different district. So anybody want to read out this referendum question? MMSD operational budget. Shall the Madison Metropolitan School District, Dane County, Wisconsin, be authorized to exceed the revenue limit specified in section, Wisconsin statutes by $30 million for the 2024-2025 school year, by an additional $30 million for the 2025-2026 school year, by an additional $20 million for the 2026-2027 school year, and by an additional $20 million for a total of $100 million for the 2027-2028 school year and thereafter, for reoccurring purposes consisting of operational and maintenance expenses, including for educational programming and employee compensation and benefits. Initial reactions. That's how I felt when I first read that question. That was a lot, So the way that we thought about this question was looking at past MMSD budgets, right?
So in the 2023-2024 school year, MMSD saw a total revenue of about $497 million, which was about $47 million increased from the 2020 to 2023 school year. For the 2024 to 2025 fall budget, MMSD indicates that the general funds, and general funds means like a list of all of their expenditures, whether it's supplemental needs, operational needs, administration needs, vice versa. These general funds will be predicted for the fall, without the referendum passage. They predict a budget of about $501 million. If the budget does pass, or if the referendum does pass, then they're looking at a budget of $508 million. The addition of $100 million over the next 4 years would not only cover the costs, but provide a cushion for additional expenses. So they're asking for a little bit more than what their budget indicates. And so on that budget, if you look at what operational costs they have to spend within that year, they include things such as PK through 6th instruction, core and physical curriculum such as math, science, English, PE classes, health classes, etc. Vocational curriculums, pupil services, which include guidance counselors, social workers, etc., administration services, and more. So again, similar to that City of Madison budget, I really, really implore you all, it's not 500 pages like the City of Madison, but it can be broken down into a more accessible way. But I do implore you all to look at that budget and see where they want to spend this money. So if that budget doesn't pass, or if this referendum doesn't pass, you can kind of anticipate where they might be making some cuts as well. And so with that in mind, and hopefully, if this does pass, then these schools will have a lot more opportunity to invest in community initiatives that our students need, right? And so Ms. Jewel is going to read a statement from our YJT department, our Youth Justice Department, because they are working in the Free School Meals campaign right now, and they have a few updates that they want to share.
Okay, hello again. I see everybody cool because it's black. Anyway, again, I am Miss Jewel. If anybody get a chance to introduce themselves, that they would like to introduce themselves, that came in late, they can. I just want to read something from our Youth Justice team. Our Youth Justice team, everybody in here looks like they are Freedom Inc. So members, so y'all know our Freedom Inc. team, Shira and Milka and Ma and Selena and MT, okay. The Youth Justice team has been focusing on the relaunch of our Police Free Schools campaign, which is focused on investing into the wellness of young people. The issues we are mainly concerned about include the school system providing radical sex education and teaching about bodily autonomy. Anyway, utilizing transformative justice within school, the abolishing school lunch debt within the Madison Metropolitan School District. That's what we're fighting and raising money for now, trying to get to make sure that every kid can eat in school, without being charged or their parents being charged for their meals. Some of us went to school for breakfast and lunch. That was me. I went to school for free lunch and free breakfast.
Yeah.
So it's not fair that our children be denied breakfast and lunch in school because they want us to pay. So. Congratulations. Anyway, as part of our. Negative ain't good. Oh, negative ain't good. Okay, negative ain't good. We gonna help get your son out of the net. Okay, as part of our Police Free Schools campaign, we have joined a coalition with the Madison Democratic Socialists of America Charter to create the Free School Meals for Madison campaign, which with a win would ensure that all school meal debt within the school district is erased and a ballot. Y'all need to clap on that one. Erase all school debt.
Yes.
And that a universal school meal system will be implemented so that all students have access to free and nutritious meals every day.
Yes.
Referendum 3 regarding the MMSD operational budget is closely tied to the potential success of the free school meals of Madison's campaign. By voting yes to this referendum, the increased operating budget will make it possible for MMSD to invest in settling school meals debt. Do I need to read that part again?
No.
To invest in more food and nutritious staff to ensure quality of meals isn't compromised, and to invest in healthy and culturally relevant meals, including cooking from scratch.
Yes.
We need our kids to eat, y'all. We need our kids to eat.
Our YJT department is upstairs in their school safety for Black Girls workshop right now, working on this campaign as we speak. So let's give up a little clap for them. Please take some time. Also, if you have questions, please feel free to pitch them as well. But take some time to answer that referendum question before we move to the last one.
Anybody got any questions about the free meals, free meal plan? And y'all know we do be having meetings and stuff at the MSD school, at the Doyle building. So when we go down there to October the 17th, when we go down there to talk about what we want, we need some of y'all to show up. Because it ain't only us going down there to complain. We need them. We don't want them to say, oh, here come Big Mouth Free to me. But we need the parents.
You mean November?
We're gonna be talking about the referendum.
November 17th?
It's Thursday.
This Thursday. Okay, so the 24th.
Right, Chuck? Or did it?
Anyway, we gonna text
The
y'all.
17th, I passed today's 22nd. I mean, today's the 22nd.
They're breaking down
We'll
the.
follow up with y'all. We'll get the date on those upcoming school board meetings and we'll make sure to follow up.
Okay.
Yeah, because we need some of y'all, if not all of y'all, to show up. Because
Yeah, because I got grandkids in school right now and it's crazy. Cause,
and they need not to be at school home, because then they can't think right, and then they start,
cause
messing around.
that's the breakfast is, you know what I'm saying? That feeds your brain in the morning, you know what I'm saying? That helps you think, helps you concentrate, you know what I'm saying? So, because if you're concentrating on the fact that you're hungry, you can't pay attention to what's going on around you. You know what I'm saying? You can't pay attention to that teacher, you can't pay attention to what she's reading, those spelling problems.
So we did get an update. That school board meeting is on Monday, October 28th at 4:30 at the Doyle Building.
Y'all hear that? Y'all got that date?
I can't hear.
October 28th.
Can we speak a little louder in the mic, because this lady right here says she can't hear.
Yeah, that Monday, that school board meeting is on Monday, October 28th at 4:30 at the Doyle Building. Everybody know where the Doyle Building is?
It's right next to the call center.
On campus, on the university.
I have a question about the school lunches. So are they denying the kids to actually eat, like in your situation? Are they denying them to eat because the balance is negative, or what are they doing? Like, are they actually denying them food, or?
We have had stories from.
However, his balance is incurring, or how would you say it? So they still add it up, and they also call for every day.
Part of it is
There's an automated system that calls and tells me that my son or my student has a negative account.
Yeah, and the other thing we want to uplift is the our stories of folks who've been denied.
And the other thing is it's not just the denying, but the consistent reminders. Some students come home with notes for things and just the stress that puts students in and the shame that they have to be in to sit that everybody does know they have negative balance.
Yeah, and then sitting amongst their friends or their peers and not having lunch to eat or saying, I'm not hungry, or
Or getting a note from sent home with them and thinking that they've done something wrong.
Yeah, we got a question right here.
So I did get on there to register him for like sports, and it said that he had a balance of $120. So I'm assuming this is something that's been going on since last year. So what's crazy is that my daughter, which is in the same school district, she's in elementary school, registered the same household, same way. She doesn't have an account balance. They're not contacting me about her. So I would figure, if it's one, it would be both, but instead it's just him.
Or do you think they can put it together?
No, some elementary schools, already have free lunch. So I'm just gonna say, for example, like Lakeview.
It's like a community school.
There's certain school names.
Come on, babe.
Okay, I just want to pitch something out there. It's like her situation. Can you like have maybe some of the other parents, maybe y'all can do like that buddy food thing? You know what I mean? It's like maybe you make a lunch one day and another one make a lunch another day or something like that. So then your kid won't go without.
And see, that's typically not necessarily the buddy system, but my kids really don't eat the lunch anyway. On certain days, they prefer certain foods, but other than that, some kids complain about that too.
Yeah, cause even with my grandkids, when I had my grandson there, I would just make him lunch anyways. It's because some kids are, they don't want the food.
Yeah.
So it's like really no big deal, but when you got a parent who really cannot afford that, so I'm thinking about like, it should be something like a buddy thing. Or don't you guys got like some type of resources where these parents can go to food pantries or something like that?
Yeah, we do. We do
And
have.
in a bit, we'll share more about a call to action that everybody can contribute to make sure we get free school lunch for all.
I do want to keep us on track because it is 6:20 and we do have one more referendum question to go to. And I do want to make sure that those who wanted to early vote do get that chance to early vote. I know that this one, a lot of folks have reactions. Is it okay if I propose that we go through this last question and then?
Can I just say this
Go
one
ahead.
thing? Most of my grandkids have a whole lot of food allergies. Like my new grandbaby, she can't drink any type of milk. So like her formula is basically water. No, she can't even have soy. That has milk in it. It's basically the nutrition and water. You know what I'm saying? So and then my 7-year-old granddaughter, she can't have nut products and stuff like that. It's like kids with a whole bunch of allergies. It's like at that point, like they told my daughter that my two granddaughters had too many allergies for them to actually be able to get free lunch because they feel like they have to accommodate them.
And they should accommodate.
They should.
And that's a objective that the youth department has addressed as well. Not only should these lunch meals be free, but they should also fit the students who are eating them as well, right? At Freedom Eat, we believe that food is a human right, meaning that not only should you not have to pay for it, but it should be personalized to you. Same thing with our personalized educational plans. You wouldn't tell a child with a learning disability, we can't accommodate you.
Right.
Same thing with their food allergies, right? So that's why we're turning that accountability back onto the school board, back onto the school to make sure that our children are fed. if you're telling them that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, you need certain nutrition, then you need to come on.
Yeah, so like my daughter has to get up, right, so my daughter has to get up extra early to feed them breakfast, and then, yeah, it's like her food stamps, you know what I'm saying, she has to buy like certain food for their lunches, and then try to stretch it for the rest of the month for like dinner and stuff like that, on the weekends and stuff like that, and it's hard.
Okay, can we finish? Not to cut you off, but can we finish with that? So people-
Thank you for that, thank you.
Thanks for sharing.
So the last question on our docket for tonight, is the MMSD district facilities question. Shall the Madison Metropolitan School District, Dane County, Wisconsin, be authorized to issue pursuant to chapter 67 of the Wisconsin statute?
Steve, we go over this.
$507 million for the public purpose of
And they're over there. I can't see you. She's too small. Do not touch it.
Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, labs and classrooms, arts, libraries, cafeterias, and co-curricular activities. And shared community spaces at Malcolm Shabazz City High School, elementary school, Black Hawk Middle School, Cherokee Heights Middle School, Crestwood Elementary School, Samuel Gompers Elementary School, Orchard Ridge Elementary School, Ray Bass Senate Middle School, Middle School, possibly related district-wide accessibility, safety, environmental sustainability, and building infrastructure improvements and acquisition of furniture, fixtures, and equipment. Other reactions?
Any questions? Can you hear, baby? Huh?
I'm not from Madison, so some of these schools did.
And with perspective, Black Hawk was all 75% of the world. Okay. That's a middle school that everybody has free food. So that's a school that needs.
Any other initial reactions? So when we're talking about breaking this question down, the first question that came up for me is, what is the general obligation, right? Where would this $507 million be coming from, and what does taxpayer responsibility? Right? So a general obligation bond is a debt instrument issued by a state or federal government to fund public projects that are not directly supported by a revenue stream. In other words, the school MMSD would acquire this loan, right? And in the form of debt that taxpayers would have to pay back, whether directly or indirectly. Right? So GO bonds are backed by the government's ability to tax and raise revenue to pay back the bonds, just like you said, and are repaid over many years. This is where MMSD's $507 million comes back in terms of debt back, right? MMSD predicts that this bond will be paid back over the next 23 years. I want to repeat that one more time. MMSD predicts that this $507 million bond will be paid back over the next 23 years. This project was very similar to a possible phase 2 from the improvement plans that they started in 2020 on the high schools, which was approved with a budget of over $300 million. And the construction of those projects took about 4 years. The schools that they did the construction on were, I believe, East High School, Capital High School, La Follette, West High School and every high school. Okay, thank you. Yes, at least every high school has some form of a renovation or chance of student. And if this referendum is to pass, we take 24 years just to pay back Are there any additional reactions or questions on that? So please cast your vote on that one if you haven't done so already. And just to push us to this last minute at 6:30, I'm gonna show y'all this call to action, and then I'm gonna let y'all go upstairs and go before these folks pack for 7 o'clock. So again, YJT, our Youth Justice Department, they have a call to action currently where they are emailing the school board, email jam to the school board about this issue. So if you scan this QR code, if you intend to email, you just have to read it, make sure that you agree with it, and then send it out to those. Oh, okay, sounds good. Oh.
You talking about this paper?
No, that's the sample value. Yeah, so this QR code right here, when you scan it, it will show you that prompt for the email to the school board that our YJT is facilitating, so that they can stay up to date on this issue. Anybody have any questions around that? You can use your smartphone camera to access the QR code. If you need a Bitly link, let us know. We can provide one for you as well. Other than that, thank you so much. I'm gonna go back to that slide in a second. Thank you so much. That covers this presentation so far. Remember that we have early voting. It says downstairs, but it's actually upstairs. And again, on the 29th here at the office from 3 to 7 p.m. If you already voted, please bring your friends, please bring your family. And again, if you need a one-on-one to delve into these referendum questions or anything about the ballot, further, please reach out to me, Ms. Jewel, or Ma, and we'll get that situated.
Thank you. And in the meantime, who take care of us? We take care of us. Even though we want everybody to vote and still vote. If you don't know what the referendum means, after this, still vote, because we do not want so-and-so in there. I can't say this name, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Still vote, and we take care of us. So if you like to pack your kids' lunch, if you like to borrow some bread from your neighbor, then do that. Just feed your kids. We ain't got to worry about the people taking care of us, because y'all know how they gonna treat us. Anyway, take care of us and take care of your babies.
Can I say something? I just want to thank y'all.